Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to That's Football. This is your latest transfer news as we start a new week. There's lots to discuss. Liverpool got Szoboszlai at the weekend to add to McAllister. They're now moving for Lavia at Southampton. This is efficient, this is aggressive, this is fantastic if you're a Liverpool fan. The midfield was the weakness. There might be even more coming in. We're going to discuss that. Of course, players are coming back into pre-season training now. It's not going to be long until the season kicks off again. And what are other teams doing? Well, Arsenal, Declan Rice, we know is going to happen. We're waiting on the official announcement, but they're going for Jurien Timber as well. Man City, £86 million. Is that a world record for defenders? I think it's definitely a British transfer record. £86 million for Gvardiol. We'll talk about that as well. There are some clubs snoozing in this transfer window, though. My club, Manchester United, for sure. And that fits lovely in with our sponsor on the show today. I'm really excited about this one. We're sponsored by Man to Sleep, and I think you're going to really enjoy this. Man to Sleep believes that great sleep is the non-negotiable foundation you need to create your best life. It's not just about catching those Zs, it's about supercharging your energy for the upcoming day. And these Man to Sleep masks, which I got sent to me a couple of weeks, are absolutely fantastic. So basically you whack it on your eyes like that. It's adjustable for every person, and that just takes out all the light. It feels nice on my face, relaxing. In fact, I could just have a sleep now. I'm Manchester United in a transfer window. It's lovely. There is no light coming in at all. It's relaxing on the face. You can roll around on your side and it won't move. Fantastic bit of kit there from Man to Sleep. Perfect night's sleep is what we all want to energize us for the next day and set us up in this hustle culture that is this modern society. A well-rested mind and body can do wonders for us all. And of course, Man to Sleep understands the benefits of that. Also, the benefits of a quick nap. But their main focus is in ensuring you get a good as night's sleep as possible. With everything they create, they aim to give every sleeper the tools and permission to prioritise their sleep and well-being. And because Man to Sleep is awesome and they're working with the United Stand, they're offering a fantastic and exclusive discount. Just use the unique creator code, which is SleepBridge, and click the link in the description or scan the QR code next to me, and you can join the movement for better sleep. The offer is only available for a limited time, so make sure you hit the link today and don't miss out. Let's show the world that a great night's sleep isn't just a luxury, it's the secret weapon for living our best lives. Big shout out to Man to Sleep. I want to get that back on, actually. I'm going to have a little nap after this, I think. But before that, there's lots to get into on the show today. We mentioned Liverpool over the weekend and the signing of Szoboszlai. Lavia, they are leading the race on. Now, if you don't know who this is, Southampton midfielder, did get relegated, but was one of the shining lights in a disappointing season for Southampton. Liverpool are now moving ahead in this. Look, I'd love United to be in for him. I think we're going to snooze on it. Man to Sleep. I think that Arsenal and Chelsea would be very interested, but Liverpool seem to be moving ahead, and if they do get this deal done, I think Szoboszlai, McAllister and Lavia is a really impressive midfield set of signings in their weakest area. And as I said before, is this, if Liverpool sort that midfield out, are they a major threat, not just to Arsenal but Man City, because they've been there and they've done that and they fell off last year, but can they quickly climb back up again? It's going to be really interesting, and it'll also be interesting if that's the end of Liverpool's business and whether they go for Thuram. And you go back to that Bellingham deal and you go, well, at the end of the day, however big that Bellingham deal was and however big the package was financially, it would have took a lot of work. And at the moment, you can sort of see what Klopp and Liverpool have done. They've abandoned that Bellingham deal, whether they could have won it or not. And they've gone and got 3 and maybe 4 midfielders that can massively improve them. And let's not forget, some people are saying Trent should be moving into the midfield, which I don't think is going to happen. But Liverpool, you've got to take your hat off to. And if they get Lavia, look, I'm not going to pretend that's not a good signing. There's a lot of clubs interested in him, and it looks like Liverpool are moving ahead. So what are your thoughts on that? I also want to talk about Man City just before we go on to Arsenal. Gvardiol, Leipzig, Croatian centre-back. Again, he's a player that we thought was going... I thought he was going to Chelsea. I really thought he was going to Chelsea. Around the time that the Nkunku deal got done, it felt like Gvardiol was always going to Chelsea. Well, apparently not. £86 million is what Man City are looking to pay for Gvardiol. Really interesting signing, of course. Not that they need him, but this is what Man City have made a habit of doing in the last few years. They win the Premier League and they go and buy a player for £100 million. They did it with Grealish 2 years ago. Haaland obviously came in, obviously not for 100, but you know, a lot of money. And now Gvardiol. It's like they've already built the cake, they've already got the icing, and it's just a little bit of garnish every summer that they can spend a lot of money on. And Gvardiol, I mean, he's a fantastic centre back, ready to make that move. It could be Real Madrid, it could be Man City, it could be, you know, Barcelona, Man United, Chelsea. Well, it's going to be Man City by the looks of it, and they're going to spend a lot of money on him, and that just shows the pedigree of this player. And I've got to be honest, not one part of me thinks, oh, that's going to be a flop, that's too much money. I mean, look, yeah, we spent £80 million on Harry Maguire, and ultimately we've been ridiculed for that. It doesn't feel like, as big as a deal that is for Man City, it just doesn't feel like a deal that they're going to get wrong again, does it? So it just strengthens a team that's ridiculously strong. And I mean, look, he's a welcome addition to the Premier League, but is he a welcome addition to a Man City side that's already dominant? I mean, it's scary what Man City can do. They can just keep adding these quality players, and I think they'll be bringing a midfielder in as well. I mean, Kovacic, Gvardiol, and another. I mean, it's not like Man City are sitting on their hands doing nothing, is it? 3 or 4 signings to a team that's just won the treble, and they're looking good. On Arsenal, look, the Declan Rice deal has delayed a little bit. I think there's been a little bit of concern from Arsenal fans. What I've seen, the vast majority are quite comfortable with this. It's just about official deal. I mean, here we go, and that's all done. This is about the official deal. It could well be because Declan Rice has been on holiday as well. Remember, he was playing for England, so he's, you know, it was only just about 2 weeks ago today that England played. So he's probably on holiday. It's probably about getting him back from holiday and, you know, scheduling in medicals and holding up the shirt. So, I mean, that's going to happen any minute, you know, if not today, tomorrow, whatever. I don't think Arsenal fans need to worry about that. It's about what you do next, and what they're going to do next is Jurien Timber. And I think that's going to be a really interesting signing for Arsenal, because obviously he can play centre-back, but he can also play right-back as well. And if Arteta's looking to go with Saliba and Gabriel as centre-backs, you can play Timber at right-back. Ben White then becomes available to play centre-back again, or either or. It's just a clever signing for Arsenal if Timber, which he does have, that flexibility to play at right-back and at centre-back. And I think that's something that Arsenal definitely need a little bit more flexibility and cover in that defensive area. So another interesting signing for Arsenal. And again, I don't necessarily think that will be the end of their transfer window either, with the likes of potentially Partey going and Xhaka. They'll be looking at another midfielder, and maybe going back to Lavia, maybe that deal does become even more interesting in the sense that other clubs will get involved in that race, and that can only benefit Southampton, of course. I did see something last night about Mbappe and Arsenal. Forget about it. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I mean, if you understand what's going on with Mbappe, there's all sorts of stuff. Like, literally, he can wait a year and earn ridiculous money because he's free. I think if he leaves, there is some sort of loyalty bonus that needs to be paid as well. So I just don't think anybody's going to go near Mbappe this summer unless PSG look at some discount, which, why would they? Well, maybe they would. The Mbappe deal is worth monitoring, but it's not really a deal that a Premier League club's going to get involved in. I think this is destiny of Real Madrid. It's where Mbappe wants to go. So I don't see anything happening with that. Another club I am very interested in at the moment is Newcastle and Chelsea to a certain extent. I think Arsenal are doing business and it's visible. Man City are doing business, it's visible. Liverpool business and it's visible. Man United invisible as usual. But I think Chelsea obviously have got a lot of money. We expect Caicedo to move soon. And also obviously Newcastle, Tonali's gone in there. And they're sort of quietly going about their business. They do want another midfielder. Calvin Phillips has been mentioned from Man City. Conor Gallagher's been mentioned from Chelsea. Scott McTominay's been mentioned in the past from Manchester United. So I think Newcastle, they're almost just going about it very quietly and very efficiently, aren't they, Newcastle? And they did finish in the top 4. They are in the Champions League next year. And that race for top 4 this season is going to be incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. Liverpool and Chelsea looking to bounce back. The 4 that were there before. And this transfer window is going to dictate that race massively. And at the moment, if you were going on the transfer window, your top 4 would be Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and then the 4th spot's up for grabs, isn't it? You know, Man United have got Mount, Tonali's gone to Newcastle, Chelsea doing their bit. But look, it's not top four is not dictated by the transfer window, but I think this transfer window will have a big impact on the top four. Anyway, make sure you smash a like and get your comments in below. And don't forget to check out Man to Sleep. Absolutely fantastic. Use the code SLEEPBRIDGE. Links in the video description. And it's next to me. Like Manchester United, I think I'm just going to have a little sleep. Ah, that's lovely. Thanks everyone for watching.